What's up, Wise Flyers? David here. Nobody likes to pay taxes, but if you are going to pay taxes, you might as well get some points out of it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to pay taxes with the credit card, as well as the 5 best credit cards to pay your taxes with. First, let's talk about the reasons why you would pay taxes with a credit card. So if you're planning on paying taxes with a credit card because you don't have enough money to pay your taxes and you want to float a balance for a few months, that is not the reason why I think you should pay taxes with a credit card. The main reason why I'm making this video is so that you could earn a bunch of points and miles so that you could take your dream vacation or go to a destination you've always wanted to with your family, not to get in debt. So I recommend always paying your credit card in full every single month. So the best reason, in my opinion, to pay taxes with a credit card is to get a bunch of points and miles. Now, whenever you pay taxes with a credit card, there's most likely going to be a processing fee of around 2%. So if you're going to pay $3,000 in taxes, then you're going to have to pay $60 in fees. So whichever credit card you use to pay the $3,000 in taxes, you want to make sure that you're getting more than $60 back. So more than 2% back, or whatever the percent processing fee is, you want to get a bigger return on that spend. Otherwise, in terms of earning points, there's really no reason to pay taxes with a credit card. The best way to get the biggest return on paying taxes with a credit card is if you're trying to hit a minimum spending for a credit card to get the sign-up bonus. For example, to keep numbers simple, let's just say you have the Chase FI Preferred card, you just got approved for it. Now, whenever you spend $4,000, you get 60,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points back, which is pretty good. If you use it through the portal at a 1.25 cents value, you could get $750 worth of travel. For example, if you're going to pay $4,000 worth of taxes with a 2% processing fee, that's $80 in fees. But with the Chase FI Preferred card, you're going to get $750 back for spending that $4,000. Be more than that 2% processing fee, giving you around a 16% return on that spending to pay your taxes. Another reason to use a credit card to pay taxes is if you're earning points on your everyday purchases. So there are some cards that may offer 2% back or 1.5% back, but if you're not going to make up that 2% processing fee, then it's not worth it. But if you take into account the redeeming potential of those points, then it could be worth more than 2% back. Therefore, that 2% processing fee is worth using to pay your credit card because you're going to get a bigger return back. So if you decide to pay taxes with a credit card that's only going to earn 1 point per dollar and there's a 2% processing fee, you're going to be at a loss of 1%. Therefore, it's not really worth it. Even though you may get a few thousand points in the process, you're still going to be at a loss in the red at 1%. Now let's talk about which taxes can actually be paid with a credit card. So we're going to talk about federal, state, property, and other taxes. Federal income taxes with personal, whether you have a 1040 or 1040 ES, that can be used to pay your taxes, or any business with a 940, 941, or all these other numbers on the screen right now, you could pay all your taxes with a credit card. But to pay these federal taxes, I'm going to share with you later on in the video, you need to use a special vendor in order to pay those taxes. When it comes to state and local income taxes, they usually allow you to pay with a credit card through their system. You don't have to use another vendor, but there's usually always a processing fee to do so. And when it comes to property taxes, normally it can be paid with a credit card through certain service providers, and of course there's always going to be a fee with that as well. So now let's talk about how to actually pay your taxes with a credit card. So for federal taxes, these 3 vendors on the screen right here are the issued or certified vendors that you are allowed to pay taxes with a credit card. As you can see, between these 3 vendors, it's just below 2% with a minimum of $2 or more processing fee. So that's usually the standard when it comes to paying with a credit card. So once you choose one of these 3 vendors, then you're going to choose whether you're paying personal or business, and 1040, 1040 ES, whatever category of taxes you're going to pay. It's going to ask for your social security as well as other additional information. You put your credit card that you want to use for this payment, submit the information, and that's it. And you're allowed to get 2 federal tax payments per quarter. Then you choose which credit card you want to use, then you submit it, and that's pretty much it. So for each of these 3 vendors, you're allowed to make 2 tax payments per quarter. per vendor. So if you're gonna make multiple tax payments, you could strategize that way too. To pay your state taxes, whether business or personal, you could do this online. Usually each state will provide you a website to pay your taxes with a processing fee. Or usually they provide you a phone number and you could talk to a representative and see if there's some way you can negotiate the fee to be down. I've heard some people have some success with that too. And for whatever reason, if you're not able to pay your taxes with a credit card, with whatever system you're using, there's always the backup of Plastik. So I've used Plastik many times throughout the years. It's a great way to pay any bill, not just taxes, with a credit card. Plastik does charge a 2.5% fee for every transaction that you make, so you want to make sure that you're getting more of a return on your spend than that 2.5%. But if you follow Plastik, sometimes they offer deals where it could go down to 1% or 0.5%, depending on how much money you're going to pay. So if you can match up your tax payments with some of those Plastik promotions, then you could definitely come out ahead there. And if you wanted to get started with Plastik and pay all other bills, rent, mortgage, student loans, whatever, then you could click the link down in the description below, and by signing up through that link, you get a free 500 fee-free dollars. And the cool thing is, for each person you sign up, you get an additional 1,000 fee-free dollars, so you can save $25 for every person that you sign up, pretty much. So let me know down in the comments below, have you ever paid taxes with a credit card? How was the process? Was it beneficial? Would you do it again? Let us know in the comments below so everyone else can benefit from your knowledge. Now let's talk about the best credit cards to use to pay your taxes. So we're gonna divide this into two different categories. So we're gonna do personal, then business. But for the personal, I'm gonna share with you the best cards to get the sign-up offer with, as well as the best for the highest percentage back that you could get. So first card, or actually it's kind of two cards in one, that I think is best to pay your taxes with to bang out that minimum spending would be the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Chase Sapphire Reserve. Reason why is because you're gonna spend $4,000 for either one of these cards. Chase Sapphire Preferred is gonna give you a 60,000 point sign-up offer. Chase Sapphire Reserve is gonna give you a 50,000 point sign-up offer. As I mentioned before, with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, if you take those 60,000 points and use it through the travel portal, you're gonna get $750 back. And same with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, actually, with the 50,000 points, because they're worth 1.5 cents per point through the travel portal, you're also gonna get $750 back. So it's around 18% back on that 4,000 spent to pay off your taxes, which is a pretty good return. Now, if you decide to use transfer partners, you could get 25-30% back depending on how you use those points. I'm not gonna go into the details of travel partners and all that in this video, but I'll link to it later on in the video. Now, unfortunately, with both these Sapphire cards, you're only gonna get 1 point per dollar when paying off your taxes. So you're not gonna get a lot of points there, but it's the return on the sign-up offer. So if you have either Sapphire card, it may not be worth paying your taxes. I'm only giving this example to get the sign-up offer. Another card you could use to pay off your taxes could be the American Express Hilton Aspire card. So this card is gonna give you 150,000 Hilton Honors points after spending 4,000 in 3 months. But with any purchase, you're also gonna get 3 points per dollar for every single purchase. So if we do the math here and you decide to pay your taxes $4,000 with this card, you're gonna get an additional 12,000 points on top of the 150,000, netting you 162,000 points. According to a bunch of different sources, these points can be valued at 0.06 cents per point, so that'll give you $972 in value. So that means you're gonna get a 24% return if you decide to use the Hilton Honors Aspire card. The next card, you're not really gonna get a big sign-up offer, but it's more about the everyday spending with it. So with the Chase Freedom Unlimited, you're gonna get 1.5 cents per point on every single transaction. So if you decide to pay your taxes, no matter what amount, you're gonna get 1.5 cents per dollar spent. Now with a 2% processing fee, you're still down 0.5%. So if you pair the Chase Freedom Unlimited with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, as the example I gave earlier, your 1.5 cents that you're gonna get on the purchase, if you redeem it an additional 1.5 cents per point, you're gonna get 2.25 cents per dollar for paying your taxes, assuming you decide to use it through the travel portal. So that's a 0.25 cents profit or return that you're gonna get on the purchase or on the transaction to pay your taxes. Another card could be the Citi Double Cash, which gives you 1% on every transaction you make and then 1% back every time you pay off the card. Assuming you're gonna pay this card in full every single month, you're gonna pretty much get 2% back on every purchase. Now, if you use this card to pay your taxes, you're pretty much covering the 2% processing fee, therefore you're not profiting or losing with it. But if you decide to use your Citi thank you points earned from the Citi Double Cash with transfer partners, which you can now use, then you could get a bigger return on that 2% back that you're gonna get. And when it comes to business cards, I'll give you a few options here as well. I think the Chase Inc. Unlimited, which is very similar to the Chase Freedom Unlimited example that I gave you before. It's going to earn you 1.5 points per dollar on every single purchase. So to use this card, you're really going to need to pair it with either Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire Preferred, or Chase Inc. Preferred to either use it through the travel portal or most likely use transfer partners to get more 2% fee that you're going to incur whenever you pay your taxes. With the Chase Inc. Unlimited, you're going to get a 50,000 point sign-up offer after spending $3,000 in 3 months. So if you decide to pay your taxes in combination of trying to go for the sign-up offer with the Chase Inc. Unlimited, then you'll definitely come out ahead there. Or you could get the Chase Inc. Preferred card, which is offering an 80,000 point sign-up offer after spending $5,000 in 3 months. Or to get a simple 2% back on everything, kind of like the Double Cash personal version I gave you before, you could use the Capital One Spark Cash for Business, which is going to give you easy 2% on every single transaction you make. If you combine that with the sign-up offer, then you're definitely going to come out ahead there. Capital One does have transfer partners, which you could sometimes get more value out of, mainly if you go for a business or first class seat. If you go for economy, then it may not be worth it. But if you want to watch more videos or learn more about transfer partners with some of these cards, you could click this video over here or click this link down here, and I'll see you in the next video.